Hi, this is Dr. Lawrence, and I just want to quickly introduce to you to a seminar that I'm doing called Energy for Life 2, the next level, called Creating Massive Energy and Adding Years to Your Life. And the reason why I'm doing this seminar right now is because 3 months ago I did a seminar called Energy for Life, and we gave a lot of new challenges and new changes. We talked about different things. I just want to ask you this. Have you ever felt that you've ever tried a diet? Had any of you ever tried a diet, for example, that has never worked? You know, you eat the right things, but somehow it just doesn't seem to get you healthier or lose weight or whatever your goals was with eating better. Or maybe even joined a gym for the first time and never actually made it past the first month. You have all the right intentions, but you paid for a whole year, but never actually gone to fulfill the rest of the contract. Or even maybe just exercising for things that never actually getting into the right areas and actually working the proper bodies and injuring yourself, even worse. Or maybe you apply to the secrets, the law of attraction, where you think yourself well and but never achieving that either. Or maybe you're having not enough time or energy to create more energy. Isn't that weird? We don't have time to create more energy for ourselves so that we can actually do more. We run out of time for so many things in life because we're so confused now with so much information out there that we don't know who to believe. What do we actually eat? What's good for us? What do we exercise? How can we exercise? What exercise should we do? And maybe is there a certain lifestyle that we should be doing? So those are the things that we'll be discussing, and those are the challenges that came up for me and a lot of my patients, and I decided to come up with a seminar last time, 3 months ago, to talk about some of these and how to create massive energy. And it was a huge success. It was a sellout, not sellout, but it was because obviously it was for free, and I did it for my patients only. And you know, I think it was about 70, 80 people there, and they got a tremendous value. And I'm going to just quickly cover what we talked about. Energy for Life seminar, we talked about, if you remember, if you were there, we talked about Smart Wellness, the program that I've developed, which is superfoods, movements, attitude, and reducing toxins. And what does that mean to you and your family? We talked about identifying your strengths and weaknesses in the 7 areas of life, in your wellness life. We talked about careers, your spirituality. We talked about your body, your family life, and personal lives. We talked about the 7 wheels. So we talked about the strengths and weaknesses. We also identified how your energy robbers and what are the robbers are robbing your energy from you and how to eliminate them. And then the 4th thing we also talked about is how to create a butterfly effect that builds in habits, with what I call wellness rituals, so that you can actually create more energy in a plan of action. Now, this alone, I've had about, so many people come up to me and say they just created this plan of action. They were so inspired that they created a plan of actions. They implemented the next day. They were getting up early and they started drinking water. They had this plan ritual, and that was fantastic to hear. And a couple of them were like 15-year-olds and a 17-year-old, and it was fantastic to hear. So that's what came about from Energy for Life. And I know that there was still something missing. And that's where I decided to come up with the second talk, which I call part 2, the next level, the Energy for Life. And this is where we're going to go in a little bit deeper understanding of exactly how to create more energy and adding more years to your life. Because this is what it's about. So the things that we're going to be covering for you in this talk is that we're going to talk about wellness eating. How should you structure your meals to have more energy in your life, and how to choose the right food combinations. The second thing we're going to be discussing is the wellness exercises. Why you may be doing the wrong exercise at the gym that you're joining, and what is the exercise that your body's maximally built for. What are some of these typical exercises? And it's simpler than you think, and that's the critical thing. And the third thing is that we're going to talk about wellness lifestyle. We need to look at what actually stops us, for most of us, to living up to 100 years plus. Why does it stop us? And I'll give you a hint for this. It's not genetics. It's nothing to do with genetics. It's actually something else. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to also discuss what are some of the lifestyle choices that stops us from living at our potential. And that's what we'll be covering in this wellness talk. So in this seminar, Energy for Life 2 seminar. It's going to be held next Thursday on the 7th of May at the City of Wanneroo Civic Center at 23 Dunbar Road. You can register. Please do register so I do know as you know the number of people that we need to cater for at www.thewellnesschallenge.com.au. Now, this is the most frequent question asked: is do I have to join the challenge? No, the challenge is a completely separate thing. I'm just taking the key concepts from the Wellness Challenge, the program you might have heard of, an 8-week program that I've created. But I've taken some of the concepts of the Wellness Challenge and implemented these seminars so that you can benefit, and absolutely free, no charge. And I would love to see you and your friends, your family, so that everybody can benefit and can actually change your life. And that's my guarantee. If you implement some of the strategies we talk about, I'm not going to repeat anything that we talked about from the first seminar. This is a continuation from the first one. If you enjoy the first one, this is going to be great. If you missed the first one, that's okay. These 3 or 4 strategies I'm going to give to you will help you change your life right now if you implement it. And honestly, I'd love to see all of you there, your friends and your families. Invite them. It's absolutely free. You just need to register at www.thewellnesschallenge.com.au. All right, look forward to seeing you.